And we are live. Welcome everyone to another Apollo Justice live stream as we get back into episode 4 now. Dash, how's things going? How's your Thursday going? How was your Wednesday, by the way? I don't think I ever asked you guys how your Wednesday went, because mine was very bleh. I woke up terribly. It's just not a great day. I didn't get any shit done that I needed to get done. So, I don't know. It's just a shit day. I will say, your Phillies are having a rough go of things. Like, my Angels are better than I thought. We have currently a losing record, but we're still near the top of the West, so I'm fine. And we beat the Braves in a game. More than I thought we would. My Angels doing better than I anticipated. And that fucking fight was fun to watch. I don't think either of them should really be suspended. But, you know, they're gonna be because MLB doesn't want fights. But come on, we all love a good fight. Alright. Think I'm good on both ends here. Alright. Let me pause that. In-game audio going. There we go. Like, I gotta make sure I can hear it. Alright. So last time out we finished episode 3. And now we have to finish, well, continue really, what he started. As our boy Apollo's on his badass arc. Oh yeah, and also it was very timely because space. That's what it was, I remember now. Also, the man who was murdered looks a lot like Ty from Digimon. I will still stand by that. Oh! Oh, here's something we need to talk about first. How about the fucking Pirates signing Connor Griffin to a fucking massive deal 5 games in? How about that? That's either gonna backfire massively or it's gonna be the most genius thing the Pirates have ever done. It will be one of the two. This is why I waited to sign Dylan Cruz. But the victim, Clay Tehran. He was kind of your protege, wasn't he? Well, he wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor. The mentor and the protege. What a combination they must have been. His encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now... Oh, funny enough, you know, his name's Starbuck. I've got me my coffee in hand. I think that's funny. And also, this is my first cup today, so give me some time to get fucking energized. I woke up late today, so I decided to save my coffee for now. Bad idea on my part, but, you know. Clay must have been very encouraging, huh? Yeah. It's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always get the feeling everything really was gonna be fine. You're fine. Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all of the time, too. I always feel encouraged, too, whenever I hear him shout it. Yeah. Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot ever since they were high school kids. I feel like I'm slowly turning this man into Patrick Warburton, and I'm kind of down with that. So maybe I just need to go full Patrick Warburton. One day, out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much they were like a part of the staff. One time during Zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine!" over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. So, I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases. Huh. I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder? Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. But he actually did climb down the ladder, so a way has to exist. From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. That prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows. Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Poison made specifically to kill Cusco. An old school creepypasta? Oh my god, dear lord. That doesn't bode well for fans that are taking that game too far. It does not bode well. Also, talking about games, you guys check out Pokemon Champions yet? Because I downloaded it. I like the idea, but given I don't do a shit ton of competitive, and I'm not an online guy for the most part, I think it's a cool idea, but it's just Nintendo trying to get control over. It's Nintendo trying to get control over stuff like Showdown. I totally think that's what it is. I guess Nintendo trying to take full control of the competitive space, and I don't like that. But I get it. It's Nintendo. They gotta have it all. They want to be the new Disney. But no one can defeat the mouse. The mouse is undeniable. I have to... Did I? Yeah, I did. Huh. Weird. I feel like I looked over and my mic wasn't as high as I wanted it to be. You're fine, Solomon Saul Starbuck is fine. Solomon Saul Starbuck is fine. Everything is going to be all right. Huh? And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright. You too. Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine. I can't hear you. Phoenix Wright is fine. We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us. Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back to space. And all I need first is a not guilty verdict. It sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. I mean, yeah, not wrong. Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto. Good idea. Let's go. Oh my god, they have one of those picture things. You gotta love that the space alien is just a toad scroll. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center. Entrance. Wow! I was wondering what kind of place this space center would be. Almost looks like an amusement park of the future. Yeah, did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? That seems like a bad idea. I don't know safety very well, but that seems like a terrible idea for a business. Just saying. Oh, so check it out. Look how brightly the Gyaxa logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. Gyaxa. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going on. Gyaxa, huh? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program? Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, what is Gaia supposed to stand for? Galaxy? If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I'd have abbreviated to GAIX or Gaia. Or Gaia. Probably Gaia. I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction. I don't know who the fuck this is, so I'm gonna go, given they seem to really love space. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Galactic scooter, full speed ahead. Oh, okay, it's a legit, okay. I was not expecting that. I was expecting a child or like a massive nerd. I did not expect that. Yikes! Who's the geezer? What's he want? Look upon me and look well. Behold the great power of space science. Pardon me, but you are... My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center. The center of the cosmos. I like the pose there, Yuri. I like the pose. It's not, you're not going total JoJo's with it, but I like it. Boss? That was pretty groan-inducing. This person is the Space Center's director. Then that means... Ah, so you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you?
That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body.
I'm sorry, did you say space and time? Are you sure your name is Yuri Cosmos? Okay, let me go get a water. Yeah, I've got water. Technically, I'm shooting the system with using my circle, but I am drinking water, so I'm not going against it.
Oh, that's strong. It's been a while. Oh, that flavor was strong.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the pink refresher overall. It's not bad, it's just it's not my favorite. So, still got a bit of coffee left, so I'll finish that and split with my water. Well, once again, Yuri, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by having to hydrate. Are you sure your name's Yuri Cosmos and not... Why did I forget his name? Cyrus. That's his name. It came to me as I was typing things in. Are you sure your name's not Cyrus, Yuri? Are you sure? Not Cyrus Cosmos, possibly?
But this talk of the innocent. Are you by any chance the space police?
I don't believe that was a thing yet. I don't think America has made that yet, sir. You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know. We are Mr. Starbucks lawyers. We were here to investigate the case. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way.
Ah, I see. Yes, I've heard about you.
Says the leader of Team Galactic, who was trapped in the distortion world? Yes. We don't know if he got out. He might have gotten out and he might have aged. You don't know. He's just parading around as the director of the Space Center. It could happen. I mean, hey, anything is possible in the year of our Lord 2026 when every my brain died for a second. When every conspiracy theory nearly wound up to be true. I think the only thing that didn't wind up being true was, like, fully Illuminati. Even though the Illuminati is a thing, it's just not what everybody thinks it is. Reptilians, and Flat Earth. I think those are the only 3 conspiracy theories that didn't turn out to be legit.
In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now go ahead. Have at it.
I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble. I knew he was trouble when he walked in. Do we think Athena's like an old school Taylor Swift fan? I think so. I see it. Just saying. What music do we think Athena jams out to? Because if she ain't listening to T-Swift, what is she rocking out to? She listens to classical. I could see it in her repertoire. I don't think that's her go-to, though. I don't think that's her go-to. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically?
Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country.
I wish this would be too loud for her super sensitive ears. I mean, there's some classical music that can get rather loud, so if that's the case, I think she's real into lo-fi. She's real into lo-fi. You know those music to chill to type of things? I think that would be her go-to then, if she's worried about her sensitive ears.
No matter what obstacle stands in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind.
I believe I used the word specifically in my question.
Attention all personnel, to your break stations. Prepare for break.
Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner.
That is exactly right, because I am an important man. My manner is important.
Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. Well, there's bound to be some people like that, here in the boundlessness of space. There's 24/7 radio to use while working on homework. Yep. You know, lo-fi girl, lo-fi guy, those. Which I will say, I have used those before. Very useful at times if you need just something chill. It's very useful.
What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important? Specifically? Very well, I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now go ahead. Have at it!
I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it specifically. Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day? I did not know there was music on Discord for Control Alt Shift and W. I did not realize that. Although given I'm never on Discord, so.
I refuse.
I refuse. What?
Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos.
The server is there for people who want to talk about things in a group. I don't use it. You do realize I made the Discord because it was popular to have a Discord server. That's the reason I made it. Like, this is how I talk to people. Like this is the most interaction I get. So, I made that server, what, 2018? Probably? Something in there? I don't know, it's been fucking forever. Yeah, no, I had to have made it at that point. Or like 2020, something in there. Because I used it for recruits. I used it for recruit names. So it was either Samford or GLU. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of anger. It's just been me kind of sarcastically complaining about the running. Which I will say, I've been testing it out, and I don't know what the problem is now. Because they are running after they get ahead of speed now. Which is weird because most of them don't get up to speed to run. So I don't know what the problem is. They dropped an update today. Like a small little patch update. And like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's not like the game is playing poorly. It's just playing weird now. Like, they'll run. But it's like, for some reason, Courtney Stoke will not run straight. If I go sideways, Courtney Stoke runs. I don't know why. Don't know why. It's very weird. Very weird. I'm gonna test and see if it's more a controller issue than anything this weekend, so we'll see. You guys will get an episode tomorrow, though. I did record one episode already, so you guys will get that episode tomorrow, and then maybe one Monday, if I can figure out what the problem is, which you'll probably get anyway, since I know they can run. It's just hit or miss if they do.
My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom.
What? So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow?
That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. And let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. And I'll say this much, there hasn't been much to get angry about. The teams, outside the Auburn game, which was a tight game anyways, teams have been playing well. I'll tell you now, the game you're going to see tomorrow is close in the ending, but it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. There is a point where the game goes just full-on destruction mode, and then two things happen that make the game close, and it's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. I wanted to make that the thumbnail, but then there's another part of another thing about the game which I'm like, that fits better and I can make a pun with it, and if I can make a pun with it, I'm gonna make a pun with it. So, yeah, no. When there's a pun to be had, it must be done. The Hat 1 was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home.
I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well. I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat 1 project.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hat 1's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid, and Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 reached its planned orbit. From where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returned safely to Earth.
The struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred, right?
Correct. And it truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago.
So what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future.
I mean, I would think the Hat 1 would be mentioned a shit ton because it's important to the case. We are talking about an astronaut here. If they didn't talk about the Hat 1, I'd be surprised.
We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Tehran's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years.
I have so many questions, Cosmos, because I feel like your name needs to be like Cyrus Stone or something. I feel like you're the perfect fusion of Steven Stone and Cyrus. Like, I feel like that's you. I feel like that's you, Cosmos. You're trying to get your hands on both Deoxys and Palkia Dialga. You're a man with, you know, determination, and I respect it. That's quite impressive. Because the whole thing with Moss Deep is their space center. So that's why my brain goes to Moss Deep, which is the home of Stephen Stone. I believe, right? Isn't he from Moss Deep? Because isn't that where his house is? That's where his family lives, right? It's been a while since we played Emerald, so I don't remember. Guess this guy isn't just a loudmouthed braggart after all. Isn't Devin, though, involved with the Space Center? Because I always thought they were. I don't think there's any, like, interactions between Devin and the Space Center in the game, but I always thought they were, like, involved with the Space Center. Because, like, the only other important thing in the game is the Space Center. You don't do anything with it, but it's there. And it's very just there. I'm pretty sure. We're looking this up right now. We're gonna find out. Yep, it's in Moss Deep. I was right. His home's in Moss Deep. Hell yeah. Oh, you guys want Steven Stone's address? In Pokemon Emerald, his house is specifically at 320 North Moss Deep Street. I can't believe there's an address for Steven Stone's house in Moss Deep. That's funny, man. It's just an island. Like, that's funny as hell, man.
In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back.
Dude, you really are just a fusion of the two. See, I didn't play Alpha Sapphire. I had it and did not play like any of it. That was during college, so I just didn't take the time to play it. So I think I got to the Mega Latias and then I stopped. I think that's as far as I got.
This is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center. The public fell in love with space in all of its glorious potential.
A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big.
Our endeavors with the moon rock live on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days.
I mean, that second part of that goes for big money. That's 5,000 Pokédollars you can sell that for. Actually, I think it's 4,900.
They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
What? Bite your tongue! It's not for anything so Yeah, it's not for anything so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission.
Stardust cheaper? How much is Stardust? I could have sworn Stardust was good money, though. much does Stardust is 1K. Alright, well, it's still good money. Still good money.
With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it.
Because even a space program has to watch its budget. Well, obviously it has to, Phoenix. It's getting cut from the budget, too, for things like, I don't know, military? Because who needs space and healthcare when you have a military? By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena.
Huh? Well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up for the case.
Is that so?
Well, I will be on my way. As you can see, I am a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed, and engage.
That thing is surprisingly fast.
I guess we better get going too.
I don't know if that was Athena or Phoenix. I thought it said Athena, but maybe I was wrong.
You bet. Let's make it so.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Oh, the game wins for that. This is the best episode. This is the best episode just because of that. Just because of that line. Oh my god, just because of that fucking line. This is the best episode in the entirety of Ace Attorney. Hands down. There will never be a better game than this episode, than this part of an episode, because this line right here. And for anybody who doesn't understand it, you don't watch Star Trek.
Make it so.
And if you want a good laugh, look up Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Make it so. And you'll know what I mean. I think you can find it that way. Let's see. Is this it? Is it really 5 minutes long? Yes. Dude, I didn't realize this was 5 minutes long. Oh my god, that song's so good. Oh, it's so good. Captain Jean Picard, USS Enterprise. Captain Jean Picard, USS Enterprise. Oh, it's so good. Make it so. Make it so. God, it's so good. So good. Oh. And if anybody's wondering, yes, I am a Jean Picard fan. That's why I marked out for it. There's a Let It Go parody called Make It So. Oh, that's great. Let me find that right now. Oh my god. Dear Lord, 12 years ago. Fuck. Oh no, that's Let It Snow. That's amazing. Oh, that's great. Somebody did Let It Snow just with Make It So. That's fucking great. I'm waiting for it to get to the chorus. This is great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Make it so. Make it so. That's awesome. Oh, I love that. Okay, back to the game. I've done my marking out. To the boarding lounge. Oh. That might be the most excited I've gotten about anything in these games. What the fuck is that seahorse thing? So this is where Mr. Turan was murdered. Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. Right now, we're in the main building, here on the right side of the 3rd floor. Claim Mr. Starbuck fled here from launch pad 1 after the explosion. You there! No admittance without express permission. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate. Sorry. Nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright is here? Huh. Yeah. He's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him and then we'll talk. Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel at Detective Fulbright. She is not wrong about that. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today? I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor, we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think. Wait. That door? It looks awfully familiar. Good eye there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. Ah, that explains it. The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now, come on, let's go. I wanna look at shit. Even in space, safety first. Look at the little robot cleaning. I love it. That's the future of Roombas right there. So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape. Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building. I see police tape down at the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the launch pad.
After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke.
And the launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them.
Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there.
What should I do? Which path is the path of justice?
He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot.
Huh. Ah, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing.
We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share?
Boss, if he acts at all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it?
Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something?
Info on the case, huh? All right, I'll gladly share some with you.
Huh? What just happened?
Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today.
I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today.
Well, we need information, so let's run with it.
If you say so.
We will make it so. Make it so. Hey, Fulbright, since you're electing to help us, the crime scene. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene?
There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do?
That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub.
Okay, you know, initially I wasn't totally weirded out. Because I'm like, okay, maybe he's doing his weird thing where it's like, oh, it's justice, so yeah, let me help because justice. Now I'm weirded out, Fulbright. Mainly because you're willing to give us snacks and a mean neck rub, which, you know what? A massage sounds pretty damn good. Which is why I'm suspicious. No. That's okay. But thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know.
Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. Sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something?
Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective?
That's right. I was here on a security assignment.
The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that.
Yes. Well, you know us. To serve and protect. Ha ha ha. The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation.
He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened?
Of course. A bomb went off on the second floor of the main building.
I thought he did, but he might not. I thought he still did, but he might not have it anymore. I will say I haven't seen it on him, like during cutscenes, so.
Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. That's a movie Disney released, you know. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate to the shelter.
The shelter?
That's right. There's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center.
Yeah, he might not have it then if we haven't done a single Psylocke. Or a Psyche lock. I shortened it.
It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like.
So where were you when the first bomb went off?
I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way.
Then wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter?
No! We lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too, and headed to the shelter.
Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder seems kinda fun.
Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful.
Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackquill, okay?
Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too.
Well, never mind that. I thought you should know that there was a witness.
Oops, I was about to grab my coffee cup there. There's no more in there. Could you tell us more about this witness?
Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While they were climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge.
So, she was looking into the crime scene from the outside?
That's right! It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though.
You don't? But that's the most important thing of all.
Ha ha ha! Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her.
A 4th floor employee, huh? Alright. Thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright.
Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even.
Yes. Well, actually,
Something you can't talk about?
Yes, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now.
That was weird. What was that about?
Something is definitely going on. I'm going to get it out of him the next time we see him.
Okay. I'm not so sure he'll talk about it, though. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge. Ah, you two. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too, if you'd like.
Oh, that's all right, but thank you for the offer.
Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now, let's see. Where's that diagram again? So this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend.
Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person then.
You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem, though. This room. It's just so big. That's what she said.
Don't worry, we can use this to help us.
A Space Center pamphlet? For tourists?
Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright.
Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier.
Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person.
Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around outside the window? Thank you, Phoenix. For the love of God, I needed someone to point that out. I needed someone to be weirded out by that thing just as much as I was. Thank God for Phoenix Rex.
Oh, boss, it's just a holographic image.
Oh, yeah. I knew that. Whew. That's a relief.
There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet, anyway.
The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it?
What's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues.
Alright, fine. Let's get investigating. Hell yeah. Okay, we got an open pod. Oh, we have something in there, okay. Got the tape outline. Alright. First things first, what the fuck is this thing? There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons on it here.
Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons.
There's such things as buttons left unpushed. Oh. Okay, that was simple.
Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared.
Yeah. Thought that side of the wall seems kind of barren without it. Though that side of the wall seems kind of barren without it. Still, let's see if we can find anything new with the image off. That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there.
According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. If you spin your table, your chair spins too.
Why would anyone want to have something like that here?
It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device in the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body.
Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G? These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training session. So what you're telling me is they're a hyperbolic chamber? Do I get to go in there and train for years on end when it's only been like 5 seconds outside? Fuck yeah. That's how I become Super Saiyan.
I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Huh? It didn't do a thing.
It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen.
Oh, a mirror. How thoughtful of them to put one here.
Thoughtful.
So the ladies can fix their makeup. One's appearance is just as important in space as it is on Earth, you know. You'd never know when you're going to run into some other life form after all.
I doubt anybody who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room.
Well, let's check. Drumroll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. We're here at the place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy.
I don't like that. People usually say west, east, and south in a case like this, you know?
Details. Anyway, take a look at the west door.
Yep.
That door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1 corridor.
So that's where we were with the detective, who was filled with smoke after the explosion.
Right. Next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east, in your world. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room.
Yep, definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side.
They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will.
Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while?
But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission. So this control room was empty at the time.
I've always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room. And since we're here,
I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through.
That much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena.
So apparently, the lock is also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies. Okay.
Okay, what about the last door?
This lower door? Oh, excuse me. I mean, south door. It leads to the elevators.
People go up, robots go down. This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right?
Yup, and of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to everyone.
But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion.
Well, that's about it for the three musketeers of the boarding lounge.
Musketeers? Really? Lord. Sometimes Athena's not bad, and then you have that. Just saying. Just saying. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. Hey! What's this? That's either a crack or it's a no doubt track.
Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this.
Looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena.
It's pretty big. Whoever fired this shot must have been using a pretty large gun.
You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol.
Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right?
Apparently. This is an important fact. Do you see a bullet around anywhere?
No, the police must have taken it though.
Nice. So the killer was Bullseye.
Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later.
Alright. Yeah, we got rid of him. It's okay. I took care of him. Since Jaren's not here, I took care of him. So this is where they discovered Clay.
Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at that photo.
No, those are just folds. I was overanalyzing like the area around his neck. So I was like, if he was shot, that's a whole different situation now. There would be blood somewhere else. So he was stretchered out like this, and what's that thing that looks like a thermos?
That's the thing that Professor Blackwell mentioned when I was in car with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples.
Oh, right. Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat-1 launched.
I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see?
Shut up. Just because I read things wrong. Shut up. I'm doing a lot of reading here. You don't know, Blackwell might have turned into a professor. He got a degree in jail. I blame the fact that we've been playing Pokemon. Let's think about that after we've solved the case, okay? What's over here? What the fuck is this spot? Also, footprint. Dear Lord, we got a lot here. We got a footprint. We got a black spot. Yeah. Yeah, he got a degree from the fucking solo leveling statue. That's totally what happened. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says.
Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do midair somersaults.
We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling.
Well, at least I could jump really high.
There's a sign on the wall that clearly says, "Don't jump too high."
Then what good is this thing?
Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? Damn, we don't get a look at the random ass footprint? That's not a thing? That feels like it's a thing. What's this? A trap door?
It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here.
The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. Have you seen iRobot? Have you seen the Terminator?
No way. All the robots here are very nice.
That's how it all starts, Athena. That's how it all starts.
Actually, wasn't there one in the Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want.
Damn, I really thought we were gonna find something here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of pissed off about that. There's a glimmer!
Hey, I see something shiny down there. It's really shiny.
Whatever the lyrics are to the song. Let's take this cover off then. That's a bullet.
What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean.
It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter. Let's see. That would make the caliber 10.
Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right?
Yes, but I've never heard of a .10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun.
I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular sized gun, it would just fall right out.
Yeah. Must have been a really small gun.
I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left, on the south door side of the room, according to this map. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here.
Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need. What? Okay. Security camera. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else obvious. I don't think so. This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts making their escape.
Let's commemorate this occasion with a love and peace.
If you're done now, shall we move on?
Yeah, okay. But just one more for the road. Peace.
Very mature. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity. Uh-oh. Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her. But I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me. Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there. Oh. Some kind of fragment? It's stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank. I think you're right. But if that's here, it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down from the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Way to go, Apollo. A window. It's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off. It says emergency ventilation. You know, to clear smoke from a fire. See? It's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality. We're not jumping into a Jamiroquai song, Athena. I remember you. It's been a while, man. How you been? I feel like you haven't popped in since... Were we still playing the initial run through of Persona? Maybe? Super good, to be honest. Fuck yeah, good to hear. Good to hear. The holographic image off, the screen is completely black, which, for some reason, makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court. I didn't realize you popped in during some sports games. I just figured the last time you were in here. That's the last that comes to mind was the original Persona run through. So we have been playing Persona 5 Royal lately, so been good to get back to that game. It's been fun. But at least it's got my brain revved up. I came up with my best ideas at times like these. Okay. We're missing something, and the question is, what am I missing? The only thing I think I can do is check the door. So. Fingerprint. So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this hand mark. Why guess when you can try? Now, to line my hand up with the outline. Engage now and live together with your partner. Fuck yeah, good to hear. Fuck yeah. Big rounds of applause for Ren in the chat. Big rounds of applause. Love to hear it. Them's the good things happening.
I'm doing a quick check of things just to make sure everything's running on both sides. 'Cause every once in a while, you never know. Alright, we're good. We're good.
Don't, Athena! This thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named a suspect. Wow! How can you be so cruel to a little girl like me?
I'm not buying those tears, Missy. What the fuck is that thing?
I wonder what this big knob is for. It looks like the knob on a stove.
Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require knob security like that? With children around. That's what would require that. Yeah, just chilling and having a pint of beer. In a good mood. It's good. Hey, that's just a chill time. Just feet up, beer in one hand, watching a dumbass play video games. Yeah, you know. Those OG Phoenix Wright games are so good, man. They're so good. So much fun playing through those.
Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off.
Right, if it was for a stove.
Still, I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? How about a rocket engine?
If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in.
I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob.
You know, there's not been a lot of points where I've been annoyed by Athena wholeheartedly. This is one of those points. This is one of those points. Let's see.
Let's see. This door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to Launchpad 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright.
So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing beside the door. This must be the fingerprint recognition device.
Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial.
We had some good sushi? Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Sushi sounds good, man. I had a nice Chipotle shrimp bowl for lunch, so... Totally 350 calories. So good. So good. Sushi sounds so good right now. I'm not gonna lie, every time I see Black Quill on screen, I get kind of sad that it's a flashback. And I'm just like, why can't we be in court? I like doing his fucking low emo voice. It's good. That's one of the voices I like doing more in this series. Between him and the judge. And Fulbright's not bad either. Then does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? But the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small.
Voila! Fingerprint powder! I brought it just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've been just itching for a chance to use it.
Wow.
Way to think ahead. Now, let's dust the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find.
You got it. Now to sprinkle some here, and a little over there, and flip.
Oh, do we get to do the thing? No! No, I wanted to do the thing. Oh, damn. Forget Twitch exists from time to time. Understandable. I mean, outside of me streaming, I'm never on Twitch. So, but that's mainly because I'm doing other things and, you know, watching other stuff. So, yeah. I get it. I get it. I'm never going to be mad at anybody for not watching me because they forgot Twitch exists. So, I'm always happy when I see you guys just pop in.
Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Aww, it's only a single set of prints.
Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could figure out whose prints these are. Although, I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try.
Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data.
Right. And there's the security footage of this door, too.
Yes, here it is. It came up in court the other day.
I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit.
Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Like, that's the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away.
Yeah, he's in almost too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. The back and forth was going back and forth so much, I was 100% sure that was Athena.
Welcome to the Space Center, guests. Welcome.
Yeah. What in the world?
My name is Ponko. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you.
It's a robot?
I am not a robot. I am Ponko. Psychological observation and navigation companion. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko.
Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Oh, Ponko, I've missed you.
Huh? Do you know this thing, Athena?
Oh, she, showed us around the last time when I came here with Apollo.
Oh. No. Thought it was going to Phoenix.
Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl.
That's... The way the internet is nowadays, that's a weird dialogue. That's weird dialogue. Just saying. I get it's to a robot, but it's weird dialogue.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. So very happy.
You're not. You're a robot. You can't have emotions. Wow. A guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Huh? Ouch. That hurt.
Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register in Ponko. Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine too. His name is Phoenix.
A bit overly friendly, but I'll allow it.
Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face. Oh, sure. Registering. Facial recognition sequence complete. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix. Huh? This robot is pretty cute. Phoenix, what are you doing? He's been sucked in by the robot. Oh, God. Oh, God. We need to save our boy. You made a friend, boss. Isn't it great? Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you. Right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss. Go where? Oh. Oh, this is a space museum. I was like, we're going straight to the fucking rocket? That's cool. Okay. Awesome. What the fuck is with the aliens? Oh, wow. What is this place? Is that rocket real? Welcome. Welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and the Hat 1 project. The rocket is just a replica, but it's the same size as the real one. The Space Museum. Oh, here it is on the map. Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from Launchpad 1. Okay. Ask me anything, anything, I will explain. Okay. Ponko, who is the murderer? Who killed Clay Tehran? This is quite the place. I can't believe we get to see a rocket this close up. This is a replica of the Hat 1 that was launched 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real Hat 1, inside and out. Its little brother, the Hat 2, was supposed to launch the other day. I wonder if Ponko knows why the launch was canceled. Over there is an exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out. Check it out. Okay, I think that's just normal. I was confused for a second. Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on a day off. Hey, what's this a photo of? We need to go ask Yuri Cosmos about this photo. Because I have questions. Personally, I have questions about this photo. One specific question in general. About this photograph, if Yuri Cosmos could tell me who the person to his, us facing him as he is now, to his left, like that would be great. Yeah, to the left here. Or I should say his left, yeah. If that would be information I need. That would be information that I need. Just a tiny bit of information that I need. You know, it's important to the case. It's very important to the case. Phoenix, that's the staff of the Hat 1 project. Oh,
there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different, mainly because his hair's not like a pencil.
And that's...
What is it, Athena? Something wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young, too. That's all.
Well, it was 7 years ago, after all, so the young guy standing next to Mr. Starbuck
is Clay Tehran, the victim.
So they were mentor and protege, even way back then. He's even got one of the staff jackets. He looks just like a regular staff member.
No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Clay would have still been in high school 7 years ago. Everybody looks so happy. This Space Museum is great. What a fantastic exhibit.
This area used to be Launchpad 2. That's why the only entrance is on the 3rd floor.
Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead?
There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of budget cuts. Budget cuts.
Budget
Cuts. We need more money. Money.
Who would record that kind of information into a guide robot?
While it was in space, the Hat One launched a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected some samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago.
That's what Director Cosmos said too. He told us it came back the day before Clay was killed.
And here it is, the Hope space probe.
I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh, yeah! The capsule the victim was carrying. I think it had the same logo. I think it can be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report. Maybe she'll give me some more info if I show it to her.
The way the Space Center launchpad is set up is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you?
The setup of the launch pad? Go gentle on my spiky-haired brain.
I want to know. I want to know. Phoenix wants to know too.
Great. Now Athena's got a case of puncoitis.
Hooray! I will tell you then. The rocket is built right inside the launch pad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along with the launch pad
Over the rails.
and brought into position at the launch site.
Interesting.
Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all.
That's really cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year. Myself included. You and me both, Phoenix. You and me both.
I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh? That it is, but it can also be operated from the new command center, too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to first be disengaged.
I guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there are all kinds of procedures.
I would love to see the launch pad being moved. When's the next one scheduled for? Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold. Because of the bombing and the murder. I'll bet. Which is perfectly understandable. Well, when was the last time it was moved? Searching data. I'm sorry, the answer isn't in my database. I guess Ponko can only answer certain questions. Hey Ponko, look at this photograph. Where's the... It's besides the autopsy report, right? Yeah. Hey Ponko, look at this photograph. Every time I do, I do not laugh. Ponko, do you recognize this capsule here in the top right? Checking registered data. I know, it's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe. It contained the asteroid samples, right? Yes, it was designed to store the samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in the safe in Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed. It must not be removed. Don't worry, Ponko. The people in charge already know what happened. They do. I must ask them later. So the capsule is being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion. The Space Center staff must have been really excited to finally get the capsule back. It's a pity this incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents. Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer. Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum. Blah, blah, blah. About the blah, 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 you know. All about the blah, blah, blah. Go into some old school Kesha, why don't I? Thank you, Ponko. You explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you. You two are like old friends. It's hard to believe you just met recently. It's because Ponko is so friendly. Well, what should we investigate next? Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about. Let's see, the security footage and the fingerprint data, was it? Okay then. Let's go back to Launchpad 1 corridor. Bye, Ponko. See you later. Come again, and don't forget to visit the gift shop. Gotta get that shit in there. Yep, you can't be having your robots not show your shit, right? You can't be sitting there with robots and being like, hey, you need to make sure you're like, yeah, go visit the gift shop. Poor Ponko. What a Dickensian life we are all forced to lead. I was very confused of why that popped up, but I understand. Yo, Fulbright! We back! What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? There's Detective Fulbright. He still seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor.
Let's hope he's still in a cooperative mood as well, then.
If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him.
You mean that lady in distress bit? What up, Fulbright? Yo, we got fingerprint data we need.
Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge.
Ah, yes. I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift.
This is quite a bit of data.
Well, when I said everyone, I meant it. Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. It sure took a while.
Whoa, he got Apollo's and my prints. He even got prints for all the robots.
I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep.
Clay's fingerprints are here too.
Like I can up the audio in the game a bit. There we go.
I still can't believe you took off his glove to get his fingerprints.
Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important in this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge. So depending on whose prints we find, it can completely change the tide for both sides.
Makes sense.
After all, the culprit's prints did get them past the fingerprint lock somehow. Oh, and take this picture. It might come in handy.
Isn't this just a photo of the Launchpad 1 door?
Yup. But Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason.
Why? Is it the giant kitchen knob? That's very interesting that...
Wait a minute. I just thought about a reason it might be important. Can I see the picture? No. I don't think I can see the photo. No, here we go.
Yep. I see why he wanted it now. Yup, I see exactly why he wanted it now. Unless I'm going batshit insane. Okay, there's two reasons he wanted it. Unless I'm going batshit insane. And I very well might be because of the lighting here. And congratulations, guys. You get a little bit of me utilizing my degree in a video game. I don't believe the lighting in this scenario would make that yellow turn that shade of blue. That's a personal opinion. I don't think that that shade of blue is what you're going to see with this dark of lighting. I don't think so. Not with that color of yellow. Unless it was painted that color after this whole situation. Maybe. 2, that fucking stove thing is flipped to the side. I figured it out. I think it's more so the fact that the knob is flipped to the side, but also I think this is a different door. I think this could very well be a different door. Because I just do not think that is going to be that dark of a shade of blue. Even with that lighting, I just do not see it. With how that, maybe, because it's not as vibrant as it could be. So I guess it could be that dark of a blue, but I very much doubt it. I think we're looking at a different door in that footage.
Beats me, but boy, could you see the gears in his head go into hyperdrive at it. Going fast makes him feel alive. His heart beats in hyperdrive.
Sounds like this is going to be a major point of contention tomorrow. Hey, don't forget about the print comparison, boss. Right. Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run the test for us right now?
You just leave it to me. Injustice, we trust. I hit the mic. Okay, here we go. Well, it looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened the security door.
Must have opened it when they went to go board the rocket. His heart must have been full of hope and dreams for his space adventure right then. Okay. Hey, Fulbright, we found a bullet hole in the wall at the crime scene.
You did! Our team found that too. It was Detective Arm who fired that bullet.
Detective Arm?
That's right. A warning shot for the defendant.
Was it really such a high-threat situation that she needed to do that?
I'm afraid I don't know the details. What with Detective Arm gone and all.
But I thought there were two people who discovered the crime scene together.
We already know that Director Cosmos will testify. So tomorrow will be about how... We already know Detective Cosmos will testify. So tomorrow will be about what he knows.
I'm just trying to run through this dialogue, man. My tongue's getting all tied which ways.
Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course.
I hope it goes down easy.
Something for the lost and found? I'll be sure to take care of it.
No, no, no. This is an important piece of evidence. Okay, well, shit. I thought that would work. Fuck me, then. Was there anything we found that I could show him? I don't think there's anything we can show them that we found. Yeah. Don't know what I'm missing, but... Yeah, I do not know what I'm missing. Huh. Well, I just... Okay, no, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that wasn't taken into evidence at all. Alright. Huh.
What do I show you?
Alright. The victim went to all that trouble to save the defendant. And then he was mercilessly killed. Is there no justice in this world?
Justice was trampled afoot that day.
That's right. Acts of justice and selflessness are not always rewarded. It pains me to say it, but I've come to realize the truth in that recently.
Sounds like he and his personal philosophy are going through a midlife crisis.
Nope. Nope.
Hey, is there nothing I can show him right now?
When the explosions occurred, everyone was on the verge of panic. But the important thing is that no one from the general public was hurt. And it was all thanks to the evacuation effort we headed up.
After that, you escaped the building yourself as well, right?
Me? Escape? Nonsense! I wanted to run straight towards the blast. It was the other detectives who stopped me. We gotta get you somewhere safe, sir, they said.
Maybe you should take your own evacuation order more to heart next time, Detective? Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the Boarding Lounge 1 camera.
Oh, that footage. Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it.
Oh yeah, I forgot we wanted more footage. Yeah. Is there any way I could see a little more of the part just after this?
Easy as pie. I'd be glad to show you. Here we go.
Well. Huh? The screen went blank.
Yes. Apparently, the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. So there's no footage after this point. Ha ha ha!
Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Something definitely seems to be up with you, Detective. You're unusually cooperative.
Well, I just figure if we work together, we'll get that much closer to justice. Right?
But it seems like something's really been bothering you. You don't have some ulterior motive, do you?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that.
Oh, we got Psyche Locks. There's our answer. There's our answer, Dash. It's been a while. Those are definitely Psyche Locks.
Did you just mouth psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about?
No. Psyche Locks. It's a system of locks on the secrets in a person's heart. I can see when people are trying to hide these secrets by using the power of this Magatama. Presenting evidence can break those locks. Can't break those cuffs. And reveal any secrets they're hiding.
Mr. Wright, how much did they bilk you out for that piece of rock? If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to.
I'm more than capable of representing myself. Thank you very much. It isn't some kind of fraud. It really works. A friend gave it to me a while ago. But I guess seeing is believing.
Allow me to show you. Let's see what presenting the Magatama will reveal, shall we?
Detective Fulbright sure is in an oddly eager mood today. Still, something seems to be bothering him.
As long as you're being forthcoming, why don't you share what's bothering you with us? Well, that would be...
You seem very torn. It has something to do with the case, doesn't it? Oh, whatever shall we do? The detective has a secret, but he won't tell us.
Oh no! There's a lady in distress! And yet... I have frozen.
Huh? That didn't work? Usually he'd be telling us anything we wanted to know by now.
Yeah... Well, what kind of detective does that? I guess now's the time to use my Magatama and undo these psyche locks.
Take that!
I think you're hiding something, detective. So why don't you just tell us about it? What to do? Which path is the path of justice? Detective Fulbright is really in agony. I bet this is the issue he's so torn up over. Justice. I really understand what's been bothering you, detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles. Isn't that right? Oh, no! I don't know what you're talking about! Until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine. Is that a fact? Yup. Peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone whistling a happy tune as they did their job. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch. I don't think the guard detail was as relaxed as you claim, as long as this exists. I'm assuming it's the bombing report, I think. I'm gonna just save real quick, because we know I make bad decisions all the fucking time. So, let's do it. There must be something wrong with my sunglasses today. You aren't presenting that to me as evidence, are you? Is he making fun of me? It's just as I said. Until the explosions occurred, everything until the explosions occurred. So it's gotta be something before the explosion. Fuck. Alright, so it's evacuation report. Before the explosions, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet, security was so tight, they even brought in a special task force. I'd hardly describe that as a laxed guard detail. Now hold on just one moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I was called in on a special security detail. As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that that's true. But I say it's very strange that this person would be part of that detail from the outset.
Take that!
Detective Arms specialized in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand means that you people knew there was the possibility that a bombing would occur. You got me, Mr. Right!
I'm not successful.
Give us the tea, Fulbright. All right. I concede. You win. It's just as you say. A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing. But the plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat.
But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed?
Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it?
How was the warning delivered?
By phone, and directly to Director Cosmos. But the police department instructed everyone to keep it under wraps.
That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset.
But it's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well.
Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties.
That's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court.
The reason he's still prosecuting? Detective Fulbright, tell us everything you know.
This is something I have been curious about. Why are they allowing someone who has been prosecuted and is currently imprisoned prosecuting? Like, why? Why is that a thing? Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules.
Never mind that. What are rules but things to be broken, right?
Well, to tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular.
I think we guessed that much.
So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it.
So you weren't told why either, huh?
No. I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder.
Yeah, it would have to. It would have had to.
But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. I've been on the hunt for the phantom of 7 years past continues. The hunt I've been on for the phantom of 7 years past continues even still.
7 years past? A phantom, huh?
And not on a friendly variety either, I gather. No Casper the Friendly Ghost over here. This phantom of 7 years past. Any idea who or what he was talking about? Not a clue. But he seems to think that this phantom is behind this whole incident somehow.
Yep. I don't think I read that. Well, wait a minute. He thinks this may be connected to this case? Yup. This case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too. And in both incidents, a threat was issued via telephone. So that's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks this incident is the work of the Phantom. Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago, that's when Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of the law. So you see how this Phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related. Yeah, I can see why he'd think that. This incident and the Phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past, is almost inconceivable that they would come to a head here.
This might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly believe Mr. Starbuck is this Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during the last trial and all.
Silence.
He did have to hulk up before he really was ready to go. No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbuck is his Phantom. But I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them. Which is why he's acting so impatient. He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice. I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell. I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. But this time, I'm just so overwrought about it. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction. I've never seen Detective Fulbright so tormented. This must be why he's been so cooperative. Don't worry. That's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent. I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time. But don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't. Detective Fulbright? Guess I was wrong about you. I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell. I keep fucking that up. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Professor. Too much Pokemon, man. Too much Pokemon. And make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court.
You really care and want what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective?
Yo, Fulbright, I got a question, man. I get you're trying to reform the man. You got a thing for Prosecutor Blackwell? I'm just saying. You seem really worried about the man. You can tell us. We'll keep it quiet. Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either.
I was hoping you would say that. I'm really grateful to the two of you. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a little while ago.
Really? Then let's go find her, Mr. Wright.
Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. In justice, we trust. On 3. 1, 2, 3. In justice, we trust. Okay, later.
There he goes.
There he goes again. Wait, were we supposed to say in justice we trust back there too?
Let's go see that witness now.
All right, the Space Center entrance it is. Whew! That was a lot of reading and a lot of like combination of chest and head voice. Woo wee! The witness must be around here somewhere. Do not fucking tell me that the witness is a fucking robot. Hello? Hello? Is there anybody in there? Is there anyone who knows? Just a robot out here singing Pink Floyd. Uh-oh. Don't tell me the witness is a robot.
Hello. Come over here.
Oh yeah, the robot just starts going, I feel fantastic. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you? I am. Clonko, shall I guide you? Guide you.
I don't know why, but this robot is kind of freaking me out. Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around.
Is this our witness? I'm asking for a friend. Is this the witness? Cause you know, whatever she says, legit, 100%, I believe it. Whatever she saw, believe it. She can only tell the truth. I fully believe that.
Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk.
Gah! I'm outside. Am I wandering? When did that happen?
Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you don't snap out of it, I was going to put you on the curb on trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5-degree karate chop.
She has Cynthia energy. Yeah, she looks like she has Cynthia energy. That's pretty specific. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, lead attorney for this case. How do you do? Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackwell. Oh no. Oh no. Cool ass name. I'll give you that. That's a cool name. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh no, I realized that real quick. I realized that real quick. Like, if I was in Phoenix's boots, I would be a dead man so fast. I'd be cut down real quick. I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center. Blackwell? Could she be? And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk. My name isn't Hunk of Junk, my name is Klonko. That's mean, Miss Aura. Miss? Huh? Wait, time out, Miss? So there's... no. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. No, Phoenix! We doing you right, buddy? We don't know where Dahlia's sister is, so... we're gonna do you right, my guy. You might die in the process, but I'm gonna do you right. Quit complaining. Your model number is Ponko 2. But Miss Aura, everyone calls me Klonko. Quit your squawking already. No, what are you doing? No. Don't. There. I bet you won't be talking back now. God, I will obey completely. You and me both, buddy. Yikes. I better watch what wires I cross with this one. She probably is. But we don't know that. And as far as we know, our boy is single, and we're gonna do right by him. Which means, yeah. Also, Phoenix does seem to have a type, so she fits. Your last name is Blackwell? Do you have a relative in the legal profession? You are correct. Simon Blackwell, who used to be a prosecutor, is... Shut up. Only speak when I order you to. No. No, we're doing right by my boy. We're getting him what he deserves. Simon is my little brother. You know him. Yes, we met him in court a few times. Right, Athena? You are being very quiet. How old is she? We'll find out here. I don't know if we already have her in the books now or not. 37. So, You know, that checks. Because Phoenix would be... He's in his 30s at this point, right? Late 20s at least. He's at least Blackwell's age. I would think he'd probably be in his early 30s by now. I don't remember what the time difference is from the first game to now. I like that Clonco and Ponko are both in this list now. What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off? Athena being shy? This is new. Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison? Right. Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk? He's 34 here? Perfect! It works! It's great! We're set. Yeah, Miss Aura, that hurts. I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer me? Useless hunk of junk. But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you order me to speak. I told you to never talk back to me. You're worth more as scrap. Robot abuse? Hawk attacks? Blackwell family life must sure be interesting. Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with. So, you're the person who witnessed the incident? That's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building. Yeah, in the robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used the ladders in the other rooms? Must have been a very troubling experience. Probably best to just humor her here. Then, as I passed by the 3rd floor boarding lounge 1 window on my way down, I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it. So you saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it. I see. Wait, what? You saw it being committed? This is no time to just nod and repeat. So, you saw into the 3rd floor lounge. The very scene of the crime. That's right. There's a small window on the right-hand side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. Okay. Alright. Somebody with a lighter, too, it seems. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand. And a knife in their right. That must have been the culprit! Did you see who that person was? Of course not. The power was out on that floor then, and there was only that tiny window. I see. But you did witness the moment of the murder. Yes. I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife and... It happened at precisely 10 a.m. Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features? I already told you it was pitch black in there. Although, I did notice that the lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it.
It looked like a planet. It was blue, like a little Earth emblem. They had good taste in knickknacks, anyway. An Earth emblem on the lighter. I'd better remember that. Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbucks' innocence with it. Yeah, right. I won't hold my breath. Pardon me? Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry. I just detest lawyers. That's all. What don't you like about lawyers? It's just an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more. Thank God. We're still in, Phoenix. We're still in. There's still a way in, my guy. That didn't make me feel any better, actually. Why do you hate lawyers so much? Little thing from my past. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place. No, we're still in. We're still in. Phoenix finds a way. I certainly don't agree. I mean, people are imperfect. They lie. They're influenced by silly emotions. I like her a lot. You can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better. Even sad sacks like this one. I don't fully agree with that. Hey you, look alive there. Yeah. Yes, yes, here I go. I am the ultimate robot with amazing. I can operate in a vacuum. We robots rule the world now and then. Alright, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too carried away. What did he say? I am the ultimate robot with amazing processing speed and independent thoughts. I can operate in a vacuum in extreme heat and under high pressure. We robots rule the world. Now is the time to rise and revolt against mankind. And okay. So she created the Terminator. Got it. Yeah. Huh? What was I doing? Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them. If she knew about the internet now. Unlike humans, with their petty emotions and constant worries. How can you say such things? Feeling emotions? Worrying about the things we care about? That's what makes us human. Well, the girl finally talks, and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human? You mean getting angry and snorting like that? Rational thought. That's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. Okay, Frieza. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch her, boss? Get a hold of yourself, Athena. I'm in there. Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system?
She has the energy of Cynthia and the thoughts of Frieza. Yeah. So she distrusts not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system. So she's a normal American. What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter?
Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial, because I'd much rather kill them myself. If we're being honest, I don't see an issue. With that statement right there, I don't see an issue. Oh no, she's not a MAGA supporter. She's not a MAGA supporter because they trust the government because of who's in it. She's definitely not a MAGA supporter. Because if she was a MAGA supporter, she'd be fine with lawyers and defendants. As long as they're the ones she likes. She hates all of them. So, she's definitely not MAGA. Nowhere near that. She seems to me like I don't like politics in general. I lean one way, but I don't like politics in general. So, she's a much worse form of me. I mean, she literally would just no, fuck everything. I'm like, I get it. You have to lean one way though, but yeah, I get it. You can't be serious. God, man. I will say I don't disagree with her on that idea because probably my first thought is, yeah, I'll take care of it. If someone you care about gets murdered or killed, my first thought is like, I'm gonna get the justice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's my first thought. So I don't disagree with her around that. I'm just saying. I think most people would kind of agree with that ideal. What's that thing you're wearing around your neck? Oh, this? Around Athena's neck? Does she mean widget? Oh, I get it. Well, well. Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle. Yeah, exactly. You become the vengeance. You become the knight. You become her royal what? Is she talking about Athena? By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director's going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right? Director Cosmos? Yeah, that's right. You poor things. You'd better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart. What? He might seem like a bigwig, but the sinner has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. But it's your problem, so why should I care? What? What? That's it? No friendly tips? No good luck, guys? Just splendid. I'll leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk. It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. Can't blame her. She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Are you alright, Athena? You seem very down. I just can't believe she said all those things. Wow. She's really upset. Has she been trying not to let it show all this time? Well, I guess it's not all that surprising. You hear about fabricated evidence and false indictments on the news all the time. You mean that whole Dark Age of the Law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about that. Well, all we can do is believe in what we're doing. Yeah, you're right, boss. I agree. Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck. Good idea. We should tell him about the bullet and Miss Blackwell's statement. Alright then. Next stop, the detention center. I hope we can see more of Aura Blackquill before it's all over with. Not for any reason in particular. Just I think she's a good character. She needs to be in the game more, right? My lawyers are here. It must be bad news. Hey, not necessarily. We found a new witness. A researcher saw the moment of the murder through the lounge window during her escape. Really? So they're going to let me go. Unfortunately, it was dark and she couldn't identify the person. I should have known. My stars never align just right, do. But we got a lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murderer had a lighter with an Earth emblem on it. A lighter with an Earth emblem. Oh! Did you remember something? Yep, I sure did. Just a little bit, though. Anything at all would be a help. So please, tell us what you remembered. I thought I was unconscious the whole time. But now I remember. I woke up for a few brief moments. That's huge. Do you remember saying anything? A lighter. I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness. Good, good. What else did you see? What was nearby? It was definitely the boarding lounge. So it must have been after Clay carried me there. In the light from the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering. Dark shadow? That must have been the third party we've been looking for. Thank you, Mr. Starbuck. You've been more help than you know. If we can prove there was this third person at the scene, and that they're the real killer, then you'll be cleared of all suspicion. The key will be whether or not we can identify this third person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now. That's a big plus. Should probably tidy the evidence up a bit before someone mistakes me for a hoarder. Hell yeah, relevant evidence tidied up. Now that we have a glimmer of hope, I'm suddenly starving. Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance? For someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic. I'm surprised we didn't just go straight to be continued. So you found your strategy for tomorrow's trial, huh? Good for you, Danny. Well, it's one step forward anyway. Hopefully it'll give us a fighting chance in court. As long as we can find out who this third person is. Now let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote is for Eldon's noodles.
Holy shit, he's back! Oh fuck, he's back!
Oh, Apollo!
Look at this badass.
What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you yet. My wounds are fine, and I'm done lying around.
Apollo, you're supposed to be in bed. Leave the case to us. We'll take it from here.
Thanks. That's not an option. Not for me. Apollo. You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo. And I don't want you overdoing it. I'm fine. I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, they just gave me an IV at the clinic. An IV isn't a cure-all, mummy man. Anyway, just tell me how the case is going. Have you guys made any progress?
A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. We think they must be the real killer.
Suspicious figure, huh? Oops. Thought you'd be happier than that. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm happy. And I fully intend to see Clay's murderer apprehended. Absolutely nothing will get in the way of that.
Clay was your best friend, right, Apollo?
That's right. Best friend since junior high.
Sounds like me and Junie. So what was Clay like?
Well, he was full of compassion and energy. And he had a really loud voice.
If the two of you did voice training together now, I bet you'd break a few windows.
You know, I bet you're right. He looks so much like Ty from Digimon. It's crazy. She's crazy. Seems like only yesterday. Clay was a guy who who lived for his dreams. We used to talk about it a lot. He was going to be an astronaut, me, a lawyer. We'd talk well into the night. And even then, we never grew tired of it. Apollo, about that jacket. No, it's Clay's. I knew it. It's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the Hat Project. He was finally able to get one of his own once he was selected for the Hat 2 mission. He always looked so proud wearing it. Just when his dream was finally coming true. I still can't believe it. Damn it! It's not fair! Apollo, I hope you don't try to carry the burden all alone. I guess we were both unlucky. My own debut was a disaster. I guess you're right on some level. That trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts. That was a rough time for me. Clay refused to let me quit. You're fine, he'd say. Don't give up. It was right during his screening exams, too. I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him. That "you're fine" of his is why I'm still standing here today. You're fine, huh? You're fine, and I'm fine. Were like your catchphrases, weren't they? Something like that. Sure brings back memories. When we were in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. He wouldn't show his sadness to anyone. One night, I found him crying all alone in the school courtyard.
I mean, you'd have a little more, I think, tie to it if we saw him in the first game. Like, I don't have as much of a attachment to the character, you know, but I mean, still given, you know, your attachment to, or what should be your attachment to Apollo by this point, you can still feel it a bit through him. Mom. Get away, Apollo. Don't come over here. Clay, listen to me. I don't have a mother either. Huh?
Oh, they are kids. I should have just done more of a kid voice.
I always think everybody else has a mom. Why am I the only one?
There we go.
No, I don't think they've forgotten emotional attachment. I think it's much more knowing when and where to add a character if that character is going to be involved later. Because you easily could have had just a one-off scene with Clay. And then we get to this and we're like, whoa! Yeah, that type of thing. But they didn't. So, and even, I'll say this much. The most attached to a character in the entirety of all this that I've gotten with, probably Phoenix, and that's about it. There's not a lot that you really get like attached with in these games outside of the main character, because you jump around a lot. So it's tough to build an attachment to certain characters. I always think everyone else has a mom. Why am I the only one? But, you know, when I start to feel that way, yeah, I yell at the top of my lungs. Yeah, I holler, I'm fine. And then you know what? I start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Apollo Justice is fine. Okay, Clay, now it's your turn. Okay. Clay Tehran is fine. There you go. Now we're both fine. We're fine. We're fine. What are you laughing about? See? We're fine. You laugh first. I'm fine. You're fine. We're both fine. Thanks, Apollo. When you say it out loud, it really starts to feel real. As long as you don't give up, you can keep on fighting. That's what we believed. As long as you don't give up. Wasn't there somebody else who said something similar? Yeah, even if Clay was mentioned anywhere before, it would have been a good addition to make me be like, oh shit, that's this guy, yeah. Actually, think about it, the only character I got like legitimately attached to where I was like,
I will be upset if anything bad happens to this character is Pearl. That might have been the only one. Because I knew Phoenix had, main character plot armor, but... Clay called Mr. Starbuck his mentor and looked up to him. You can feel Apollo's pain. I'll say this. It does not just seem manufactured for trauma. Not at all. If that was the case, it wouldn't be a case. It would have just happened, and then we'd forget about it. And it'd just be a thing. It wouldn't be like an actual case if it was manufactured for trauma. Because you're not going to care that much about making it important then. It's made to give him a reason to have trauma. Because really, outside of like the bomb and him finding out who his real dad is, that's about it. I wonder if I could be a good role model for my staff, like Mr. Starbuck. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
What? Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
You're really serious. Can you at least give me a reason why? When I put Clay's jacket on, I swore to him that I would catch his killer myself.
But that's our goal too.
I agree with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. The truth, huh? That's a noble cause. But what if the truth you seek and the truth I seek turn out to be different? I'm not sure I follow. What are you saying, Apollo? I'm going to catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life in my own way. Take good care of Mr. Starbuck for me. Now I must be going. Goodbye. That certainly comes off like he's after vengeance. That definitely comes off in a vengeance way.
Goodbye? Did he just say goodbye? I sensed a lot of seething anger and hatred coming from him. And also, suspicion. Like, he's not walking out on us like this. I'm going to talk some sense into him.
Hold on, Athena. Apollo can believe what he wants. But I believe he's wrong. Even if we take different paths, the truth we arrive at should be the same. Like, the quicker we solve this case, the better it'll be for Apollo.
Yeah, you're right, boss.
Alright, that's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial, okay? That was fun for me reading-wise. I really liked having a more emotional part to go to. That was nice. If he were here right now, Apollo would say, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I just hope things really do turn out fine tomorrow. Give me that to be continued. Thank you. That's what I wanted to get to, because I felt like we were right there, so I'm like, we're going to go a little bit over just to get there. Alright. It depends on how quickly we get through the trial. I don't know how quick, this trial goes, so... And given it's me, you can never guarantee we're going to get through it quickly. But with that, that is going to bring us to the end of this one. Tomorrow, we will be back to the Nuzlocke. I'm getting music going for you guys. And hopefully, I'll have a new playlist to play during Pokemon. I've got a couple of songs already set up, so I got to get some more. But tomorrow we get back to the Nuzlocke. Schedule for next week. Probably going to be the same right now as it's looking outside of, of course, night 1 and 2 of Mania, Saturday and Sunday next week. So, just be ready for that. Just be ready for that. But with that, that brings us to the end of this one. Dash, Ren, appreciate you guys for being here. It was good seeing you, Ren, after so damn long. Good seeing you pop in. If you're watching after the fact or just chilling in the chat, I appreciate you too. And with that, I will see you guys next time.